Hey, everybody. Thank you for watching and joining us on the live stream. We are talking about the Grand Rapids Gran Fondo. That is coming up June 22nd, and we are so excited for this event. We've got two great guests to join us to talk about this. One is an organizer and one is a longtime rider. Jon Conkling, he is the president of Tries for Health, and he is one of the event directors for the Gran Fondo. Thanks for having us today.
My pleasure.
And then Sean, he is an inpatient physical therapist here at Mary Free Bet and a longtime rider and participant in the Gran Fondo. Awesome. So thank you so much for joining us. So Jon, tell me, what is the Gran Fondo and why is it called Gran Fondo?
So Gran Fondo can be roughly translated from Italian to mean big ride. And that's exactly what it is. It's the largest road cycling event in Michigan. It happens on June 22nd, and it has routes and courses for all levels of riders. That's the great thing about this event. You can be a family pulling a Burley and doing our 12-mile family ride, all the way up to being a hardcore cycling enthusiast, doing an 80-miler all the way to the lakeshore and back. So it really appeals to the casual, to the really avid cyclist. And it's got a great after party, which we'll speak to in a little while. It's got a really great charity component, which is why we're chatting with you, and which we'll also get into. But it's really just a wonderful community event that supports the community.
And so there's all these different levels and lengths of this race. So it's not just for high-level riders. And can you use any kind of bike in this race too?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, we'll have people using, road cycling bikes. I mean, that's primarily what you're going to see out there. But we'll have some triathletes out there with triathlon bikes. We ask that they don't go kind of down into that hard aero position just for safety, because there's drafting on this. There's packs of people going. But besides that, we've had fat tires, we've had recumbent bikes, we've had tandem bikes. I mean, every kind of bike that you can imagine. You're pretty much gravel bikes you're going to see out there. And again, it's for all levels of riders. So you can just see in the video that you're playing right now, there's so many there's people pulling kids in seats behind them. So just really anything with two wheels will pretty much work for this.
Yeah, and we've had some hand cyclists who are out there on the course too. Have done it in the past and will be doing it again this year. Sean, what's it like riding in this event? You were telling us before, like this was your first time cycling, and you started with one of the best events. What's it like, this whole event?
Yeah, it's amazingly well organized. It's one thing is it's a very safe event. It's the police are at the crossings and the roads that we go through. It's a scenic. The rides are very scenic, beautiful. It's amazing riding with that many cyclists out there. It's kind of it's an unforgettable experience. It's something that I think every level of rider would find enjoyable.
That's awesome. And then Jon, this is more than just a ride. This is an actual event. There's a party going on too. Tell me about that.
So people come for the ride, but they really do stay for the after party. We have just a huge finish line festival at the end of this thing that you will not find at any other event, certainly not here in Michigan. I mean, this is bar none, just top of the line. We have catered food by Gilmore Catering. We've got craft beers, live music. People just stay for this thing afterwards. They bring their families, they bring their friends, and they hang out, and there's a great camaraderie at the end, and they'll just stay for hours and hours up to the very end of this event. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere and just great amenities with this that you're not going to find anywhere else.
And I don't know if we said it, but hopefully people who are watching the video can tell this is like right in the heart of downtown Grand Rapids. And so if I'm out there riding and I want to have a family member come afterwards, you don't have to ride the race to still come attend the party, right? You can still get tickets for that.
Correct. Yeah, certainly not. You're not precluded from partaking in this great after party experience by any means. We'll be selling tickets on site. If you don't ride, if you are riding, you'll have all participants will have a wristband with food tickets that come off and drink tickets and things like that. But certainly, yeah, come on down. You can purchase your own separate tickets and be part of the experience.
It's just so cool. So, I'm on there registering to ride this race, but included in my ticket to ride is this awesome party. So that's so great. And then, Jon, tell me too, we're Mary Free Bet. We're talking here. We're working together on this. So how is Mary Free Bet, our organization, involved this year?
So, I've talked about the ride, I've talked about the party, but really the DNA of this event is the charity fundraising component. It's been the most important piece of Fondo since the event started, I believe, back in 2014. It's raised a lot of money for some different charities through the years, done a lot of good right here in our community. So when we approached this year and we got talking with Mary Free Bed, we very quickly recognized the wonderful work that you all do right here in the community, the need of supporting you further so that you can keep doing that good work with the areas that you mentioned. And then, once we had that locked in, I mean, we've got people fundraising for you like crazy right now. So, you can earn prizes, you can get top fundraiser prizes, incentives. Like we want to really incentivize people to raise funds for doing the good work that you're doing here. So that's a very, very important piece of this event. Like I said, the party and the routes are great and the support's great, but really it's the doing good in here in West Michigan that is a vital part of what Gran Fondo is all about.
Awesome. Well, Jon, we want to thank you for that and just working with us and to our whole community that's helping to raise money to support, the services and work we do here at Mary Free Bed. And money raised are going to be going to kind of 3 different areas of the hospital. And Sean, can you tell us what those are?
Yeah, it's our new children's hospital is being built. The wheelchair, our adaptive sports, and to our rec therapy department. You're seeing a lot of pictures of some of the fruits of that, of some of the wheelchairs and adaptive bicycles that get people back out there. So
yeah, and to show an example of that, we're going to show a short little video of one of our past patients named Dave, he was a longtime cyclist. He's ridden in the Gran Fondo before, had an accident and got hurt, and this was one of his first times actually like getting back to riding. So this just goes to show a little example of what recreational therapy can do with our patients. And so the money that you and the community are raising for Mary Free Bed is going to go to services like this.
Everybody can do it. I don't care what stage or age of life you are.
Oh, this is fantastic.
What I've loved is that when I came in here, someone saw a biker coming in. And I saw what was down here. Well, biking has always been kind of personal therapy. For me here, it's about kind of recovering some self-worth.
you've done for how many years?
44 years.
44 years he cycled. So kind of getting his legs back into doing that push-pull action. The nice thing about it being low impact is it's not putting a lot of stress on the spine, which is still healing.
Sean and Bree, they're incredible coaches. Sean is a riding animal like me, so we kind of talk the language, we know the experience, and physical therapy was really happy to collaborate with rec therapy to say, Dave's goals and needs really match. Let's bring in another department, team approach. Anybody can come in with any goal, and this place will help you find a way to meet your goal.
Dave is awesome, and he won't be riding this year, but he's been working on his mileage. Just a little side note, he's been riding, I think his goal is 100,000 miles in his lifetime riding bikes, and he's up in like the 97,000 or 98,000, so he's working towards that. So just an example of how your fundraising can help support, the services and help other cyclists out in the community. Jon, you mentioned it quickly, but there are incentives to help motivate people to get out there. What are some of the big ticket things, or even just the simple stuff if you're just working on small goals?
So we have very simple levels, very achievable, starting with $50. I mean, you can earn water bottles, great Fondo coffee mugs, cycling jerseys, all the way up to deluxe backpacks that are all branded out. And then we have top fundraiser prizes too for the top 10 or 12 fundraisers. We've got quite a few prizes this year. I mean, we've got trips we're giving away. We're giving away a bike. We're giving just so many different items away that are definitely coveted by a lot of the fundraisers that are out there and really kind of going for these things. But the great thing with the incentives is that if you earn, say, the water bottle, then you move up, you earn a hat. Like, you keep everything that you earn along the way. It's not grading in. So these are cumulative. And definitely we want to help incentivize people to go out. And it's really not difficult to get some friends and family to give a few dollars here and there, and it very quickly does add up. And then when a lot of people are doing that, it makes such a tremendous difference for the for you guys and the work that you're doing that we definitely want to just encourage people. just go out there, start small, and this will very quickly build, and you'll be earning some great things along the way.
Awesome. And as we start to get close to wrap up, another question on fundraising. If I'm not riding, I can still go out and help fundraise as well, too.
Correct. You don't have to ride in this in order to fundraise. You can just go to our registration. You can go to our website, hit the registration link, and then just hit the fundraising link, and you can just set yourself up as a fundraiser. It's very simple. It's very easy. And then if you also maybe don't want to ride, and maybe you're fundraising, but you also want to maybe be part of it, the ride day, you can come down and volunteer as well. An event like this is huge. We have a huge footprint from right downtown. As you mentioned earlier, we're right in the heart of Grand Rapids, in front of the arena there. And we go all the way out to the lakeshore and back. So we've got rest stops along the way. We've got a lot of people at the Finish Line Festival. Just a lot of aspects where we can use the help for sure. So it takes a couple hundred people to really pull this off successfully from a volunteering standpoint. So you can ride, you can fundraise, you can volunteer, you can do some combination of all three if you want. But we definitely would love to see people come down and be part of it.
Okay, Sean, last sell here.
Yeah.
June 22nd, Gran Fondo. Why should someone get out and come participate in this event?
I tell you what, it really is. It's a world-class event. It's very well done. You will not regret getting out there. It's really any bike can do it, and just the organization of it, and the after party. I will say the after party is definitely something worth participating in and sticking around for, and getting back for. It's a great goal to get back and enjoy the after party, because you would not regret. I actually did volunteer one year too. I was injured and I volunteered, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And the fact that Mary Freebet is the recipient of the fundraising, I'm just honored, and I think it's pretty amazing. It should be an amazing day.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, Jon, Sean, thank you both for joining us. Jon, how can people find more information about the Grand Rapids Gran Fondo happening June 22nd?
You can hit our website at grgranfondo.com. That's GRANFONDO.com. From there, you can get information on the event itself, courses, who are the community partners who are sponsoring this great event, registration links, volunteering links, fundraising links. Everything's right there. So please go to grgranfondo.com and learn more.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, and thank you all for watching, and stay well.